Hi everybody, welcome to Creative Pouring by Cheryl. I'm Cheryl. Today I'm going to do this froggy mold and turn it into a plaque. I'm going to use these 3 Chameleon powders to dust in the froggy. I'm going to do the darker color, red. I don't have my glasses, so I hope y'all can read that. And I'm going to make him go in the lines. Let's see. Get around the edges here so I don't make a mess. Okay, I'm going to go on the lines. I'll probably go ahead and fast forward this right here so you don't have to sit there and watch me, because I'm going to be painting on the inside lines, and then everything that's on the raised in here I'm going to clean off with the Mica or with the baby wipe. And it's going to take me a little bit, so I'll fast forward so you don't have to watch me. All right, what I did was at the end there with this brush here is I was brandishing it in so it would get into the silicone. And if you noticed when I was doing his eyes, I got it all over the outside of his eyes. They're not going to be that color. because whatever touches the silicone first is what the color you should see. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up my resin, and I will be back to pour it. I'm back. I've got my resin mixed up. I've got my pigment paste. It's just the Temu cheap version. It works really well. I really like it. Let me stir that up. And then I usually just take whatever is on the stick, wipe it off a little bit, and use that. That's usually dark enough. Okay, let's stir this all up. Yes, I know there was lots of bubbles in there, but that's okay. It's on a flat surface, and we'll get those bubbles out somehow. I'll pour it slow. Pouring it so that it's going in those holes, or in those lines. Hopefully it'll move down those lines. And not cover them up. Or it'll go down into them, not cover them up. I'm pouring it kind of thin because it's going to be a plaque. I don't want it too heavy, especially if I put a hanger on the back of it to hang it on the wall. That was a perfect amount I had there. All right. Now, normally I would take my little stick here, and normally I would go around into all those little lines. But since I have the mica powder on, I'm going to do a Jesmonite trick. I've watched Claire do stuff like this, and this time it should bring up the bubbles. It should dislodge those bubbles. I'm hoping. If not, well, we'll just have to see about fixing them when we have to. I'm going to spray the back of it with my 91% isopropyl alcohol. There you go. I am just so unorganized today. It was hiding under something. See how I popped those bubbles? Once you do that, you never want to use heat for a little bit. Trying to get some more of those bubbles to come up. See, I got more to come up. I didn't pop them, but I got more to come up. All right, that should be good. We'll go ahead and let this sit and cure for a little bit. And I'll watch for bubbles, and I'll be back to you when this is ready to demold. Well, I lost all my footage on this guy right here. So you didn't get to see me putting UV resin in all this stuff right here and in his eyes and everything. You didn't see me do that. but he turned out rather pretty in my book. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps my channel. And thanks again for watching. This is Froggy Friday with Girl in the Garage, Dragon's Cave, Base Resonator, and Nerd Goblin Art, and others. Please watch the playlist down below. We have some really good artists on this playlist. And thanks again for watching. Bye for now.